going on, everyone? Welcome to the RabidMining YouTube channel, and today I want to go over the profitability of Nicehash and Unminable versus pool mining. So as you guys know, I started converting everything slowly into Bitcoin only, and I had my Ipollos hanging out on Nicehash, and because my Jazz miners do not work on Nicehash, I have them on Unminable. And obviously we know Nicehash pays in Bitcoin and Unminable pays in whatever the heck you want. So I was getting Bitcoin there as well. So I've been kind of keeping tabs for a couple days to see how well Unminable and Nicehash together is performing versus what I was making mining Ethereum Classic on EasyMe with the ZIL boost. So I'm going to do some comparisons here and see, how much fees are the other platforms taking off the top, and is it worth mining it and doing that way, or is it just worth swapping it yourself? So let's go take a look at that profitability and see what the numbers look like. Okay, so we're going to have a look here and kind of compare how well Nicehash and Unminable is doing it profit-wise and paying me out in BTC versus EasyMe, where I was mining Ethereum Classic as well as ZIL. So you can see all my workers. There's no workers online now, so I guess you can't see that. I had all 6 of my workers here, so 4 Ipollos, 2 Jazz miners rocking on this. We can see normally with the ZIL and every payout here, we're around $6.47. This is all USD numbers: 647, 649, 602, 633, 638. And it's been like this for a very long time. So slightly over $6, sometimes the high fives in terms of mining profitability, Ethereum Classic as well as ZIL with EasyMe. Now, not everything is mining ZIL, only the ones with more memory. The ETC mini and stuff doesn't look like it gets rewards, and the Jazz miners weren't getting rewards. But I did like to have everything on the same platform. They could maximize, and I could keep an eye on all of them that much easier. But overall, little over $6 is what EasyMe has been paying me when I was on there. So now we're going to start with Unminable, and this is where I do have my 2 Jazz miners. We got the X4Q as well as the X4U mining Ethereum Classic and getting paid out in Bitcoin. Now, if you're not using Unminable or plan on using it, I will have my referral code down in the description below. Be sure to use it. It will grant you less mining fees while using Unminable. And by adding that in, it's quite simple. Pretty much add a hashtag and then my code behind your worker name, and it's that easy to set up. Regardless, let's take a look here. So we're going to go into my stats again, and for the past 24 hours, we're getting 0.000201114 Bitcoin. So this is the amount of Bitcoin I am receiving. Now, I can't really see how many shares or anything I'm sending. It doesn't matter. I'm looking at the payouts here to see how much I'm actually getting. Now, moving on to Nicehash, this is where I have my 2 Ipollo rigs, or I guess 4 Ipollo rigs, getting paid out, mining ETC, getting that Bitcoin as well. So I'm renting out my rigs on Nicehash. Buyers are buying my hash rate and paying Nicehash in Bitcoin, and Nicehash is giving my cut of the Bitcoin that they receive. That's pretty much how Nicehash works. So here we have the ETC Mini. We got the ETC Mini Plus, the V1 Mini, and the V1 Mini SE. And overall, here's the total. So in my current BTC wallet, we're at 0.0014860 BTC. And in my unpaid mining balance, which every 4 hours or something, whenever this timer ticks up here, this balance will go into this balance. So we also have to add on 0.00000660. So there's actually 5 zeros here. It's only 11 cents, not much. And here we have $2.58, all in USD funds. So I added up this as well as my Unminable payouts, and I got a total of, hold on a sec, I got to check my calculator now. So I got a total of 0.00, actually, hold on, 0.000, so there's 3 zeros in front, 3622 Bitcoin. So I go into the current price of Bitcoin and everything, put that inside of CoinGecko here, and that is actually $6.29, pretty much rounded up to $6.30 USD. So pretty much exactly the same, but I'm getting paid out in Bitcoin at this point, and I really believe in Bitcoin. So this progress is actually working very, very well. Now, there is one more layer to this whole thing to try to maximize that profitability. Which one is actually performing better? So I'm going to have to somehow figure out proper hash rates, go head to head and things like that. That's going to be an experiment I'll try later on. But is Unminable giving me more Bitcoin per hash, or is Nicehash actually giving me more Bitcoin per hash? So once I actually figure it out, if it ends up being Nicehash, there is rumors that Jazz Miners is going to be getting firmware sometime soon to support Nicehash. So then we would ultimately have to go to Nicehash. Now, if Unminable seems to be the one that's actually outperforming Nicehash, then obviously I'm going to have to move my Ipollos over into Unminable, because every little mini sat does count. We're stacking up Satoshis. We're trying to get as much Bitcoin as possible, and we're waiting for that 2025 bull run. So, okay, so now I'm trying day 2 of this Unminable and Nicehash test versus mining on eZill.me, getting Zill payouts on whatever could mine Zill. So we look at the past 24 hours, yet again, we're at 0.00019391. And then we also in Nicehash here, we have a total of 0.50 here, 496. It's 8 cents worth. And our total, everything in the wallet so far, is 0.00029369. So we actually have to subtract this from yesterday's number, which was 0.00015532. And the difference between our new total plus this and yesterday's complete total between the two is 0.00014303. So if I add that up with what we're getting from Unminable and come into our Bitcoin price, we're at about $5.63. Now we are down, I believe it's like, instead of a 6 here, we're like 5 or 400 here. It's very close. We have a little bit less in the yields, but it's fairly close. The other thing with the price being down this much is Bitcoin actually took a pretty big dump today. So obviously that's going to change some of our calculations up. But regardless, point is, we're still looking pretty close. We lost a little bit of yields, but the yields are fairly close together. So things are still looking pretty much on par here by utilizing Unminable and Nicehash. Okay, guys, so something interesting just popped up, and I have been noticing this in the comments, but you can see there's some dips to zero right here. And right now we're at 586 per day or 589. I'm just going to hit the refresh button to see if it's dropping back down. It's still at that 6, so estimated regardless. So when the high days come in, I was checking out what to mine, and it was saying, look at this, Nicehash for a single one of these Ipollos just shot up in profitability. So I was like, what's going on here? And if we look at our hash rate, when this actually happens, for some reason, the Ipollo in the dashboard dies, and then it comes back up. And now we're in the Nicehash. It says it was doing 121, the accepted the whole time. I'm just waiting for some updates here to see if we're actually on the way down, because someone put in a buy order. That's what increases that profitability. But every time this happens, it seems your hash rate dips down to 0. You can see accepted speed 0, 0, everything's 0, and it's a small time frame at this comes into play. So how long is this one? We can see 0 from it's starting to dip down to 73. So we'll go to here. So 510, and then for about 35, so back down. So yeah, like 25 minutes, we were at 0 hash rate. And here the same thing is happening. 0, very low mega hash, 0.23 of the accepted. And then it's coming down 0, 0, 0, 0, 0. And now the high thing just happened again. I jumped in the dashboard quick, and in the dashboard we went down to 0. So what is going on that when these big buys come in, we're actually doesn't seem like we're getting the value we're supposed to, even though it's predicting it. So I'm not sure what's going on, but this is information we definitely got to look into. Now look at, as soon as it kicks back in, it comes in at a super high hash rate all of a sudden. And yeah, so I don't know, very interesting stuff kind of going on here right now. All right, guys, so this does pretty much wrap it up. But to conclude everything, it does look like utilizing Unminable as well as Nicehash is about as profitable, on par, as pool mining the certain coin I was using. In this case, it is Ethereum Classic, and it saves you the trouble of having to swap yourself. Now, I can see where maybe if you wait for long payouts, like maybe every couple weeks, and then finding a nice cheap exchange for potentially finding the least amount of withdrawal value that exchange actually uses for withdrawing Bitcoin would maybe make you a little bit more. But some people, you know, they want daily payouts and stuff like that. So that's not an option for them. But overall, you know, this is pretty close, almost on par as mining to a pool. So it's looking pretty good and it's doing the work for you and you're getting the coin you're getting. But at the same time, this opened up a whole bunch of more questions. Like, I got to figure out what is going on when those big buy orders come in with the Ipollos. Why are they shutting down? The whole reason I went to maybe using Nicehash and stuff with them is because what the mine was saying, we were getting those big buy orders put in, and that would maybe boost a little bit of profitability for that day if you caught it. But if these are going to 0 hash rate and not even hashing when they come in, then it's not worth it. You're not getting that boost, which makes me lean more towards Unminable may be the better performer. But again, I got a lot more tests to do. I'm going to fire out a couple emails here, one to Ipollo, one over to Nicehash, see if either one of them know what's going on. Maybe they can talk to each other and get the issue resolved. But regardless, you know, everything is working like it should. I don't know what's going on with that hash rate drops. We'll try to figure it out. Stay tuned, guys. But thank you for checking out this video. I'll see you in the next one. Rabid out.